right, so this is what a piano's gonna look like when you're older. This webcam's like 10 years old. I'm moving things around everywhere, so I laid it down. The better webcam's laying somewhere else. Alrighty. In theory, you need to understand major chords anywhere. To know major chords, let's look at Mary Had a Little Lamb. That would be tones 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? All those are actually far away. They're a whole step. They're when you don't play the notes, right above them. I forgot how the song started. It's like it don't start on a thumb. It starts on 3. Okay, but if I do that, also, if your thumb's a white key, your 5's probably a white key. Except for B area. If I fall down for both, it's going to be white, black. I fall down again, it's going to be black, white. The rest are the same. Whites, blacks, whites, blacks, whites, whites, blacks, whites, blacks, whites. Uh-oh. If you actually do the whites, you get what's called a diminished. It's a crunched chord. But anyway, but that's important to know. So again, that's the B area. B area is the one. So anyway, you're like, Mary had, you're like, where's my 5 go? It goes right where it's sitting. We just talked about that. It's a white key. Yay. All right, let's see. We go somewhere else. You say, I want to do that. I want that to be the main note. Then in Happy World, called Major World, you can try it first if you have a really good ear. And then you can see, yes, it's correct. I have notes between there. Yay, I have notes between there. Those are called whole steps when you don't do the next thing. Well, that sounds a little more creepy if you have a really good ear, but also I can see something weird's going on right there. So my 1 and 2 need to go there. Yay! Uh-oh, since my 2 went up, I guess my 3's got to go up too. Alrighty, so that's how that works. I'm on a white key, my pinky's a white key. Okay, we want to break those rules now. You want to make sure you know all those chords. Well, let's do them all. C, C sharp, okay, black, black. Then you got D, white, white. I'm just moving up parallel. And then, the oddball. Cool. All right. Theory. Yay. You want to be able to add stuff to that, to find bad notes in that, now that we know what the good notes are. Cool. So let's do a little 6/5. I'm doing a tone 1, 5, 8. I'm not doing 1 through 5. If you're that low, you don't want 1 through 5. That's what 1 through 5 sounds like. You should make the 1 way up here also, and put some space between these guys, and that sounds a little better. So again, I've left out this note. Leaving that out so there's lots of space. Low, high, repeated note. Alright. Okay, that was my tone 6. 1 chord, tone 6, 5. Let's add a 2, 3 that fits the key. Oh, yeah, it's jazzy or whatever. I don't know if it's jazzy. I don't know if the rhythm's great. I'm not really counting. Well, of course it's great. The rhythm's fine because I'm making it up. Or you might want a really bad. You might want a 2 fits. Don't fit the chord. The chord skipped notes. But if it's the key, Mary had, you can do a 2 that's real close though. Okay. But you gotta understand the chord. You gotta be able to be like, Anyway, I forgot how much theory you understand. Anyway, so you're playing the C chord down low. You might wanna, you want to land on 3 or 1 or 5. So I'm going to start with 4. Okay, that's a 3 right there. 4, 3, maybe a 6, 5, because 5 is in my 1 through 5 set. Okay, 6 don't sound awful, because actually 6 is a jump from 8, which is a repeated note. So really, it's kind of like it's a jump from 8. It could be a minor chord if you thought about it in terms of like, that song's so sad. But if you're just passing by, you just call it add 6. There's a chord, I'm adding the 6. There's a chord, I'm adding the 6. 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Well, you know, up E2. I added that. Yay! Alright, okay, I don't know how much theory you're going to want, but you want to understand the chords so you can break the rules. Remember, chords, I hope you know all the rules. Well, that's the rules. There's the rules. 3, 2, 1, we talked about. I don't know if I mentioned 3 and 4 is close. I have before. I told you where 5 was. White key, white key. You reach up, and then it's a close thing at the very end. Cool. Yay! That means you can do that anywhere. Let's talk about the 7 chord, just in case you already understand all that. I don't know if you're going to watch all this far. Alright, this is the only music theory thing I learned in college, so yay! You get to save yourself a college degree. Alright, here we go. The 7 chord is the bad. I told you, white to white is awful, but we're talking about the awful chord. It's called diminished, where it's crunched down. But if I jump my hand up, a B diminished is kind of close to, if I move that A down, a B diminished is kind of close to a D diminished. And look, F, if I move my, well, you know, my diminished is a minor third. It's a bunch of minor thirds, so you don't want the happy third. You won't. Cool, so you got a bunch of minor thirds. And actually, so the whole point of showing you that, they're all the same. Kind of. Hold on. I gotta say kind of. Okay. Alright, they call the B, if you're in C world, and you're doing a little B diminished, they call this half diminished. Because, you know, you're staying true to the key of C. So, you know, yeah, that's fine. I'm just doing true skips. They're true skips. Okay, that's a 7 chord. 7 diminished. Because of, this is your major chord. Right, we talked about that. Right, there's your major chord. You drop this down, you get minor. But you kill off the 5. You say, I want to do a wild 5. And that's your diminished. Cool, there's 2 types of diminished. We got half diminished, where you do a major skip, because that's a white key. But if you do what's called a fully diminished, then it sounds really creepy. And if you do a fully diminished, a B fully diminished is a D fully diminished, which is an F fully diminished. See that? C got squashed. And so you could actually you could do inversions, and nobody would know where you're going to go. Let's show you. We go to 7. Right, you could use that way as a way to, I don't really know how to do it smoothly, to subtly trick people. You start there, that's kind of the same as that, they're all the same, but all of a sudden, you're in a spot where you can collapse, and you can kind of get yourself to a new world. How would I, oh golly, there's nothing scientific I can think of. It's like a portal. You have all these, wow, it's like a different dimension. Okay, I'm talking crazy. I'm trying to relate to how you would, it's like you have a house key, one house key that works with different doors. your one house key, which is your fully diminished chord, can give you access to all those notes, but that doesn't guarantee which door you'll pick to go in. Right? You could kind of, I don't know if that's a true parable or not. All those, I'm playing the same notes over and over. And you can keep it going forever. And they're always the same distance, which means you never know. I mean, it doesn't end anywhere. This has an end. A C major 7 has an end. And you restart, and it sounds pretty. But if they're all the same distance, then you could, use that as a way to get somewhere else. Cool. All right. So we need you to know like every scale possible. C scale. I'm trying to decide how to play it. You got 1, 2, 3, and you turn your hand. 1, 2, 3, turn your hand. And then D major, 1, 2, 3, turn your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Black note scales, right hand. You're gonna want your thumb to land on a white note. Anyway, I'm rambling, but what the point was you need to understand what's happening. So, for instance, I'm feeling E flat world right now. Remember how I reached up for 6, 5? 6, 5, 6, 5. Remember I said you could do kind of anything. So I'm going to do a 2, I'm going to change the 2 to the bad 2. That doesn't fit the chord, but it still fits the rules. It still fits the scale. Here's the bad 2. Okay, here's my good 2. I'm going to go underground to that's 8 or 1. I'm going to go to 7. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing that down low. Now for that, I wouldn't do the pinky all the time. I'm just showing you the theoretical that I'm hitting tone 6, 5, 6, 5. I'd stretch my hand like that. Then you can do all that. Anyway, let's hear that again. This is because I know my E flat rules. Every hand. Alright, time to break some rules. Sounds too boring. Okay, that was 6, 3. 3 is going to sound good with it. 6 sounds either way. If I was down here, it'd sound great. Or if I had both, it'd sound good. But 6 also can hold its own because it's a skip from that. But it also could want to go to 5. Yeah, you should be able to know kind of what's happening. You want to obey the rules more than not. Perhaps. Perhaps. Meaning you don't want to just be like, I don't know the key, and who cares about the key? Because it's just going to sound bad. So you need to know where your pockets of 1, 2, 3 are. You need to understand I'm on a black note, 5 is a black note. You don't need to be like, where's my pinky go? I'm on this black note. Is my pinky up here? Up there? Just need to know where 1, 2, 3 is. Mary had 3, 4's close, and pinky's up there. Cool. Actually, let's recap what I just did. So we got to bring it to a 7, because we talked about your squash chord. That's fully diminished. That's where everything's a minor third. And I use that as a way to slippy slide up. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Cool. All right. Well, understand 3, 2, 1 where 6 is and how the 7. Oh no, asterisk. how the 7 is a squash chord. So we hardly use 7. What you do is you jump further, and it'll just be a 5 chord. And you can say, oh, I'm doing a 5 chord. See? Boom, here's my 5 note. All of a sudden it sounds happy. And you call that a 5-7 because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're using the 7th chord. So again, you can use this, but it sounds better if you add a skip under. If you add a skip under, then you're really doing a 5 chord with an extra skip, specifically 7 notes away, if you include both. Yay! Just had to tell you that. You're not going to see diminished chords much. I mean, you can. But you could also change it to... Still sounds honky and diminished-y with this keyboard, but anyway. So that's diminished. That sounds a little happier because I went to the lower skip, which means that it was not built on that. It was built on that. Built on that sounds better. Yay! All right. Well, that was fun. That was an add 6. You just got to know your inversions too. That's C, E, G, and you got to be able to play them anywhere. C, E, G, E, G, C, G, C, E. Also, I like to add splashies. I like to add that 6 occasionally. Cool. Alright, well, we'll catch you next time.